Hi everybody, I'm Kitsune Haruri and welcome to Doll Yokai. I am about to start my Mer May project, and for those of you who don't know what Mer May might be, a lot of the doll collectors and doll creator community like to do mermaids, obviously by the name, for May. My project is going to start out with this little fella right here. I believe he's a Tommy. He is, of course, a Barbie Dreamtopia figure. As you can see, he's got a moving head. His arms move forward and back only, and he bends at the waist. And he has a spinny, twisty tail. He's cute. I like him. But I want to see what he would be like as a seahorse. So I'm going to get him cleaned up. I'm going to disassemble his tail. Very likely going to keep using this little thing that's around his neck because I kind of like that. And we'll see what I come up with. Also, if I have time, he's going to get a special stand. I got this from Hobby Lobby a couple years ago. And I think giving him a little display to stand up inside of would be rather nice. We'll see if I have enough time. If I do, get this done, and I think we'll have a nice project here. So let me go ahead and get him cleaned up, get this sanded, and then we can get started. So this was a little unexpected. I went back and I was cleaning up his head and everything, taking off the paint. And when I went to do the body itself melted. So they're making the bodies of these little ones out of something else, God knows what. I'm not a plastics expert, so I couldn't tell you. The tail was working okay, but as soon as the acetone hit the body, it started to melt. I did rinse it off real quick with cold water, stopped the reaction, cleaned up what I could, and now I'm going to have to sand before I can do anything else, and that body will definitely be getting blushed. So that's on the menu now. I'm going to go ahead and get those parts ready. Then I'll go back and sand this down as best I can, spray it, and we'll go from there. Alright, now for this poor little fella. Little did I know, the plastic of this part of the body here was something different from here, here, and the head. As a matter of fact, I went to start cleaning off the paint, and the plastic itself began to melt. It's not a horrible problem. The only real big problem is, I use acetone nail polish remover because it's the same thing I use on my nails. I know I don't have to worry about gloves or anything. But this plastic melted onto my hands. It was a pain in the butt to get off, even with the acetone. I worked on him until his hips worked again because they froze up because they were stuck full of gunk. But I've salvaged it. So I'm going to have to sand this poor little guy down, but whatever. It needed done anyway. And we'll see what I might have to do to him for paint. Stick with me here, and we'll try to salvage this project. So I want to make him out of something flexible and air dry. So I think I'm going to give this a try. I've never used foam clay before. And again, I picked this up at Hobby Lobby. They have a section for cosplay, and that's in it. Let's see what this stuff is about. There we go. So I got the dark instead of the white, because I didn't know what I was using it for. Usually a dark base looks good for most painting. It comes in a resealable bag. Ooh, that's different. Feels very slimy. And is most definitely foam. Very interesting texture. Let me see if I can shape this into something. We'll give it a test, see if there's any shrinkage to it, and then I'll know what I'm dealing with when I'm working on his tail. We'll see if I can use this flower press mold on it. Might have filled it a little too much. Let's give it another squeeze just to be sure. And I'll let that dry and see how it turns out.